Hi everyone! Today I'm doing one of the more difficult pieces of my Storm cosplay. It's going to be the corset, the bodice, whatever you want to call it. I have actually no idea how I'm going to do this. I have a whole bunch of the fabric that I did the leggings out of, so there is room for error. I have a black swimming costume that I thought I could kind of use for reference. So I'm going to measure that up against the fabric. And then I still haven't bought marking chalk, but I do have a white pencil. Then Storm's costume at the top. I have a fuller bust, so that's a little difficult to kind of cater to. I think that the Marvel universe doesn't really take into account gravity and such. Having a look at Storm's boobs, they stand magnificently with like zero support. That's not the reality of actual boobs. So I may have to put some straps in. Cool, so that's the bodice, or the back of the bodice of my swimming costume. Alrighty, time for the front. So I need a little bit of extra for that part. And then I'll go a little higher than I need to, because I want this to sort of come down. Okay, I have it on. It looks alright. I think this part needs to be tailored more, obviously. So I have my machine out. In my previous video, the leggings, I tried sewing just like a regular hem in this fabric, and it didn't work. The fabric was way too thin and the needle just wasn't picking up the thread from the bobbin. So I chatted to my mom actually, and she gave me a little bit of advice that I'm going to try out. She suggested that when I sew the hem of this corset or the bodice, that I cut another fabric. I think generally you would use something like batting. This doesn't have it. Something like batting on a thinner fabric, but I don't have that. So what I'm gonna do, I've flipped this inside out. The pins are the wrong way, so I'll have to just repin that inside out. And then I'm gonna pin a little bit of this fabric to it, so that hopefully that picks up, and then I'll be able to sew and trim it as I need. So I've turned the fabric inside out. I'm gonna start with that section. The thread just keeps breaking. I am very excited. It looks like I might have gotten this to sew. I'm nearly there. Very excited. Look how perfect these stitches are. Okay, this is a little long here because I was nervous. So that I'll just trim And then here for the cleavage part, there's a little mark here. I popped the costume on and pinned it because just around the bikini area I left it so that I would be able to do the final touches now. The bodice of this costume has gold pieces sticking up over the front and around the sides. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this front part. I have some very light markings on here. I'm cutting quite high at first because I do not want to mess this up really. This costume is nearly complete and I want it to be perfect. So that's almost there. I'm quite happy with that, but now I'm going to put the gold over here, but I'm going to fortify the gold somehow. I was thinking maybe with felt, or like a strong fabric, and then that'll make it a little stiffer and stronger. I have some felt here left over from the Abraham Lincoln hat that I made. So I've put my little pieces on, my felt reinforcement. Might do a double layer, I don't know. But the next thing I'm going to do, just to make the sewing of the gold a little easier, I'm going to do a little, like a tack. I'm going to tack the black on, and then that way when I pin the gold on, then it won't move. I thought it would just be better to do this by hand. I've hand tacked the felt on, and now I have my gold ready. I've cut 2 strips, and so I'm going to start tacking like this. I'm going to pin the gold on, and it's alright that there's a gap in the middle because once this is sewn, it's not done. There's still a component that I'm going to make on the laser cutter. Looking amazing. I know this is going to sound insane, but I think I'm actually going to sew this by hand because it'll be more delicate. I'm nervous to sew it on my machine. It has a tendency to pucker and do all sorts of things. Alright, that is finished. So we're moving on to the final parts of this costume. I've decided that I am going to keep, so I'll have to try it on, keep a little bit of the gold so that it can tie at the back, just for some boob support. And then the remaining, because there's still a lot of this, the remaining will then create the little arm pieces that I need. So I'm going to grab my machine again and then sew down these, just measure and cut what needs to come off and do the final touches. I measured it on my back, how much I would need to tie, and then I just cut off the excess. My sewing machine is being a diva again, and it's not sewing through this gold fabric on its own. I managed to do it through here, but I had to cut slivers of a black fabric to make it thicker so that the machine would work. So instead of doing that, because this I want it to look really pretty, I'm going to actually just sew this by hand. Not something I wanted to do, but that's okay. It'll be a bit neater, and obviously then, well, beyond that I don't have a choice because my machine doesn't work any other way other than with that extra fabric. So I'm gonna do this by hand. Okay, it's time for some of the finishing touches. So I've finished sewing this little band by hand, which I opted to do, and that I'm going to sew excuse me, underneath here, and then that will drape all the way around to the back. These two will meet. So I've just tied that piece at the back, that goes a little higher, and then there are my arm pieces. I'm really excited. There's only 2 more pieces left. So this full costume, a little component here, and a headpiece. So I'll be doing those in the next few weeks, and then this cosplay will be complete. But so far, I'm really happy.